told this story just once before, since I've arrived back from Ontario, 'cause it's real as it gets, just not another drunken night scenario. Some tales worth retelling, you don't always take the time in the night to sit and write them down. But this one starts on a quiet street, just off the beaten path of the main strip in town. Niagara Falls is the sister to St. Catherine's, once removed from a second marriage. I walked into that ballroom, pushing my suitcase like a single father with a baby carriage. Well, I stashed it in the corner with my guitar in my old winter coat, and I listened to my buddies' country band. They ain't doing covers, they're up there doing a song we wrote. And the place was packed on a Saturday night, and there was this old couple dancing real close front of the stage. And I bought me a beer plus 15%. My 2 cents for those trying to live off minimum wage. I left Toronto about 3 hours earlier. Lord knows I was feeling more dead than alive. And how I feel right now is the whole reason sometimes you wander into a small town country dive. It was a Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern, with everyone feeling so fine. It was a Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern, a bar without a neon sign. And lucky for me, they're the best kind. Well, the band was on, a 20-minute set break. When that was over, I'd be sitting there. I ain't no outlaw country jukebox, but drop the needle and I'll make a room spin. And after I finished, I sat down and got drunk with the locals, as others sat in with the band. And they made me feel at home, coming over to my table, buying me drinks and shaking my hand. Now I ain't no young country stud. Hell, in August I just turned 43, and I ain't your pool boy or shirtless handyman, though I get the fetish and sexual fantasy. But I am a man that knows women who like musicians, and we've made love in motels in the midnight hour. And most of them were aspiring poets themselves, and they did this instead of believing in their own star power. You might think this a Horace confession or of the troubadour profession. You think this an open door, tiny purr. But I want to be the friend as well as their lover. But somehow show them you gotta put in the time and do the work. But lucky for me, or maybe better for worse, tonight there was no sexual tension in the air. It felt more like a backyard barbecue, a Niagara Falls family affair. It was a Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern, with everyone feeling so fine. It was a Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern, a bar without a neon sign. And lucky for me, they're the best kind. Well, it was that time in the evening, things started to wind down, and the regulars started calling out their requests. Someone said, "Hey Roger, let your dad sing one." So Roger Sr. became the last surprise special guest. Now by that time of the evening, well, we all have had a couple, but he still walked towards that guitar. I must admit that I held my breath as he fumbled with the strap and gazed out at the bar. Now his son had moved over from center stage to the pedal steel, like he had done since he was young. 'Cause he got his start right here in this tavern, backing up his dad, having Johnny paychecks on song. But now his dad was older, and shit, this could be a train wreck. And nobody could drink like his pop. And then he started singing, and he started strumming, and the whole bar turned to a pin drop. His voice, it cut just like a knife, and he commanded that stage like only legends know how. Then the pedal steel soared, and the band kicked in. I wish I could go back there right now, to a Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern, with everyone feeling so fine. Yeah, Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern, a bar without a neon sign. I've been screaming at the radio, won't somebody give it to me rough, rugged and raw? Watching my buddy back up his dad on this pedestal might have been one of the greatest things I've ever heard or saw. And when they finished, damn, the place went crazy, and everybody begged them to continue to play. But that old man just smiled behind his mask, set down that guitar, and he just walked away. Now a lot of touring acts will save a couple of their hits to play in their encore. But if you want to know if the gig was the real deal, just look to the drummer if he's packing up his shit like it ain't no chore. Well, they called last call, so I hurried to the barkeep. I wanted to get one more whiskey before my chance was gone. Yeah, most of us took cabs home that night, but Roger Sr. parked his pickup truck right there on his boy's front lawn. And as we stood there in the kitchen eating cold pizza, I looked up to the heavens and said, Lord, it was one of those nights. Toronto, forgive me, but it was in the falls that was shining brighter than your big city lights. Oh, it was a Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern, with everyone feeling so fine. It was a Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern, a bar without a neon sign. And lucky for me, 'cause they're the best kind. So my friend, that's my story. There's just one last thing that I want to say. Late the other night, I got word that Roger Sr. had passed away. And I want to send my condolences. I just don't know where to start. 'Cause what the hell could I possibly say to ease his son's broken heart? And to make matters worse, I owed him a few bucks. So that filled me with self-doubt. 'Cause the last time we talked on the phone, we had a minor falling out. But of this trade of musicians who go town to town and rely on others to help them put on an out-of-town show, this one's been steadfast through and through, from falling leaves to falling snow. And we all know that change is gonna come. It's inevitable as Ontario many seasons. Never had too many close friends. I guess every lone wolf has got his reason. I just wanted to say I'm sorry, brother, for your loss and the sadness tonight you must feel. I'm so glad I heard your dad sing that night as you backed him up on the pedal steel. Was a Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern with everyone feeling so fine. It was a Saturday night at the Maple Leaf Tavern, the bar without a neon sign. And lucky for me, they're the best kind. Told this story just once